Hey guys, so with my skin already prepped and primed, I'm going to go in with my Fenty foundation and my MAC Luster Drops in Bronze Hero. You guys have post-traumatic stress. If you saw my last video, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I'm going to apply this slowly and really take my time today. I'm really going for some full coverage. My skin has been freaking out lately. Thankfully, since filming this video, it's gotten better. But yeah, moving on. Going in with my Tarte ShapeTape concealer in the shade medium. I'm going to, you know, do the normal, let it dry a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and just apply that to the edges, just to help blend. And since this is such full coverage, I'm really taking my time and really pressing it into my skin. The sponge is going to soak up any excess product that I don't need, but still give me a nice, flawless, full coverage. And then going with my Mercier translucent powder on my Real Technique sponge, I'm going to lightly press that in. Just applying that to all of my highlighted areas. Then to set the rest of my face, I'm taking my Infallible Pro Matte powder from L'Oreal. I always want to say foundation powder. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face. Then with my Busted Kat Von D contour kit, I'm taking that middle shade and I'm going to carve out my cheekbones. I feel like you guys have seen me contour so many times, but I'm always doing something different a little bit. But all of it's the same. Then I'm going to go and contour my nose. Lately I've been liking starting at the very top on my bridge, just defining that and seeing how I want that to look, and then taking it to the tip, right underneath, and then slowly connecting the edges. Sometimes I can go a little ham, but this way I can control it a little bit better. Then after contouring around my lips, I'm going to take that highlight shade. Then I'm going to go and re-highlight those areas. So taking down the bridge of my nose, on the sides, just to clean everything up. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with the same powder right underneath my contour to make that even pop more. Then I'm just going to take a dual fiber brush and dust everything off. Then with Dose of Colors Medium Highlight, I'm going to highlight and glow for the gods. I love this color, especially with this hair. I was totally feeling it. Then with MAC's Gimme Sun, I'm going to bronze my skin. I love, love, love the look of bronzed, glowing skin, especially with this hair, you guys. I'm so obsessed. It's just a wig, obviously. You can tell, but I wanted to try out color before I committed. And I kind of want to commit now. Then I'm just going to comb through my brows, making sure all the excess foundation's out of them. And then I'm going to take my Anastasia DipBrow in Ebony and slowly, actually not slowly, today was a rough day. I was just going out of hand, not taking my time, and it got messy, you know? So you guys are going to see it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. But I'm just trying to take slow, short strokes. And you see I messed up there, but I keep going. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. There's always concealer. You can see I'm getting frustrated. Then I'm going to take the Anastasia Cream Concealer, and I think it's in the shade 4.5 or 3.5, one of them. It's going to be in the description down below. But I'm just going to take that, clean up everything, make everything nice and sharp. Then give them one last comb through. And then a coat of brow gel is a must. It just catches onto every little hair and it just looks so beautiful. And it keeps them in place so you don't have those random flyaways. Then taking MAC's Lay and Low Paint Pot, I'm going to apply that right on my lid, all the way from lash line to brow. You just need a light thin layer of this, but but it just makes such a difference. It's going to make everything last longer, more pigmented. After I have that on, I'm going to take a little bit of Dark Deepest, and I'm just going to do a little boop boop around my nose, just on the bottom. And then just carry that out throughout my contour areas, just to bring that warmth. Then, you can see I'm being really extra. I'm going to take the Anastasia Prism Palette, and I'm going to start off with the shade Unity. I'm going to place that on my entire lid. Then with Eden, I'm going to take that on a MAC 242 and slowly buffing this into my crease. I'm going to do a halo eye, so I'm taking on the outside corner and the inside corner very lightly. I'm really taking my time to blend. Even though I'm going to be placing a darker color all over the lid, I still like to take my time and make sure everything's blended. I know it takes some time, but it really does make the world of difference. After I have that, I'm going to take Saturn on a MAC 217, and I'm going to place that right underneath that same color. So placing it at the very bottom of my eye, because that's where I want the most depth, and then leading up. Then with Parallel on a smaller blending brush, I'm going to keep that at the lowest possible point, so right on my lash line, and slowly start to buff and work that up. I'm starting off with very little product, buffing that in, and then blending up so you get that nice gradient effect, that nice blended, smooth look. And when I'm doing halo eyes like this, I try to make my eyes nice and wide so I can kind of see the shape of my eye better. I do have a slight hooded lid when my eyes are open, so when I do halo eyes, if me looking down and really expressing my eye shape, it really helps a lot. Then I'm going to go back in with Saturn on my 217 and then buff right over everything. This was me not sure what I was doing, but I ended up going with Throne. I'm taking that on, I forgot what name of this brush is, but I tried it with the damp. No, it wasn't working. You can see like it just wasn't applying the color how I wanted. So then I got frustrated and decided to try a more dense brush, and it worked out a lot better. The shadow would have probably worked a lot better if I used my finger, but it was green and I didn't want to get it everywhere. But this worked out just fine. I'm just going back in with my 217 with whatever was left on that and kind of buffing those edges. I don't want to take the green up too high. Sometimes smoky eyes can get real crazy real fast, so I'm really trying to keep that color, that dark color, onto the lid. I'm slowly gonna be patting over the edges, making sure everything's going up slowly and nice and blended. And when I get to the outer and inner corner, I'm just gonna pat over that brown. Then I'm just gonna dust off any fallout that was there. Then with the 242, I'm just gonna buff out those edges slightly. And then I'm taking Unity, which was that very first shade that I used to set my lid, and I'm going to buff that all over my brow bone. And this really helps really diffuse all of the edges, make it nice and seamless. Then with Obsidian, which is the black in the palette, which is gorgeous, I'm going to be doing the same thing, but this I'm keeping very, very low and very, very controlled. And then just taking a fluffy brush and blending those edges once again. Then with Lucid, I'm going to pop that right into the center, making it very, very close to the center of the lid, and as I go up, lightening the pigment. This is stunning. I love how it just gives that beautiful glowing pop of color on the lid. Then with Urban Decay De-Slick, I'm going to bless my face. And then curl my lashes, pop on a little coat of mascara. I really wanted the eyes to be the main focus, and I didn't want my lashes to cover it. So I went in with some Ardell Demi Wispies, and then just to give it a little bit more flair, I left the outer corners tilted up just slightly. You won't be able to tell once I go in with more mascara on those edges. Then with Saturn, I'm going to buff that right underneath my eye, keeping it close to my lash line, but really diffuse. And then I'm taking Parallel, doing the same exact thing, keeping it super close to my lash line and slowly blending it out. And now back to business. I'm popping in a black eyeliner into my waterline, and then I'm just gonna take that throne color that's on my lid, and I'm gonna buff out all of those edges so I get that nice green smoky eye. With a little bit of standard, I'm just making sure everything's nice and seamless, and then use that clean, fluffy side of that brush and blend everything out. Here I'm just adding a few more coats of mascara to my false lashes to blend them a little bit better. For my lipstick, I went in with Nikki's Nude, which was her collaboration with MAC, and I really wanted to use this color, but it was really pink. I'm just not a pink lip girl, but I thought it was beautiful, so, you know, I needed a little bit more beige in my life, and I'm going in with No Shade from Dose of Colors and adding more of that concealer lip kind of look. But I wanted that pink print to show, so I dabbed it off a little bit. Going in with MAC Plum Liner, I realized this was too dark, not what I wanted, too plummy. So I took Strip Down and blended those together to give me a nice, beautiful lip line. Going in with a little bit of concealer, I'm going to clean that all up to make sure it's nice and sharp. And then this Wet n Wild blush is absolutely beautiful. I've had it forever, but I cannot remember the name. But it's just like that nice peachy color. I don't use blush a whole lot, but I just felt like this look totally needed it. And just like that, we're done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I am obsessed with it. You guys loved it on Instagram, and I truly appreciate all your love and comments. Thank you so much. Look at these eyes. Yes, ma'am. This hair, I was obsessed with it. You guys, this wig was $30. Come on. I love you guys so much. Remember to keep your happiness first. Bye, guys.